Well, Stevenson, first team coach for this year. Thank you for joining us. How are you this evening?
Very good, very good. Nice sprightly Tuesday night, so a few numbers down, so yeah, back into it this
Not
Tuesday.
a bad turnout tonight, is it?
It's pretty good.
How have the numbers been?
Been really good, mate, yeah, since finally getting the nod of taking over as coach back in December. We had a meeting and got all the lads together and basically had a good crack with them on what they wanted for the season and how they felt that last season went, so we had a good chat about that. And then I kind of put a bit of an emphasis on the good stuff that Clarkie had done and wanted to kick on from that, really. You know, Clarkie didn't have the best start to the season with COVID and bits and pieces, so I just said to him what I thought the weaknesses were and where we needed to work on it. One of them was fitness was key, and definitely try to work on our defensive set. And we had a great pre-season. 52 currently signed on, roughly getting about 30-32 training session, which is good, and I get the feeling the lads are buying in, so yeah, it's positive.
Excellent. Yeah, shift work tends to impact team selection these days.
Yeah, it totally does, mate.
It's a new dynamic in the game.
Yeah.
Everybody worked 9 to 5 10 years ago, Monday to Friday, and now even the young lads now are shift workers, so it's quite hard, and obviously it impacts a lot of teams as well.
Yeah.
So yourself, how do you think we've done this season to start with?
We've had a good, I'm a big believer, don't get me wrong, I'm new to this coaching so I'm a big believer, and I've got a good team around me, in the likes of Mike Worrell and Dixie, we work together, and Reeksy as well, we work together, and I feel as though we've chose a great captain this year in Les, a great leader from the front. He supports everything we do and we communicate well. I'm a big believer on, it's a team effort, we're a squad, and that's what I said at the start in December. We're not just an A-team and first team, the good thing is, for a long time it hasn't happened. On Friday we managed to get a A-team side out, and we put a scratch side out on the Saturday against Dalton as well, so that's quite a precedent thing within the club, and I'm proud to be asked to be a coach, to be fair. Being my own squad as well, so yeah, all good.
And I know you're an Ulster boy at heart, because I remember many years ago, well not that many, but playing with you when I was a bit older than you were. And I remember you being a really good player, to be honest with you. You were very keen and very committed to it. So obviously being an Ulster boy at heart, but you spent a lot of time in around Dalton with your son when he was there, and obviously they've given a really good grounding.
They've been great. The thing is, the good thing that we're privileged is locally is we have got some good strength and depth with teams, and I can't thank Dalton enough. Unfortunately, we had to move back in the mini rugby days when Jack was 10, and Dalton let us go in open arms. You know what I mean? And it's been, it has been great for Jack's development.
You must have been quite conflicted at the weekend then when we played Dalton.
It was. It didn't sit comfortable, and don't get me wrong, I don't mind saying I wanted to win more than anything, just to prove to myself that coaching's for me. But it didn't sit well. Do you know what I mean? It sit well, but I didn't want to kind of shout from the rooftops, because I know it was hard for me and Jack. Do you know what I mean? Because we've had some great years, 12 good years at Dalton.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I can't thank them enough for that.
Absolutely.
I think it was time for Jack to move on, and he's moved on, and I'd like to think, and I don't think it's down to me as a coach. A bit of guidance as a parent has been more than anything, because I've just left him alone really and let him enjoy his rugby. So,
he's confirmed the rumours are true that you withhold Chinese on Saturday night if he plays badly.
I think he'd eat mine as well. So he's. No, that's just a vicious rumour.
Excellent. And finally, big game this weekend against Millom, Haven Park. Always a strong side, always a good side. You've been in the game with Millom. What do you think?
We should be at strength. We've picked up a couple of injuries on Saturday. Probably the same for them as well. We'll just have to see how they go. It's one of them. I think we'll be at strength. I've been watching a few videos on Millom, and I kind of know where their strength is through the middle. What we've emphasised from the beginning of the season, if we work on our ruck speed and ruck control, I think the tries will come, because we can score. We've got a strong pack, a very fit pack that can do 80 minutes. you know, and an added bench of some size and calibre as well. So, you know, yeah, it'll be a tough ask, but again, we've got to take ownership of that game in the first 10 minutes and take it to them and just have a bit of a dogfight and then, you know, and see where it goes.
Excellent, John. Thank you very much for your time. I'll let you get back to training and getting prepared for Saturday.
No worries. Thanks a lot, Steve.
That was Steve.
He's now the elder statesman for the, or one of the elder statesmen for the first team. Nice to see you, Mark. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, good.
Good. And Mike Worrell, how are you?
Yeah, very good, Steve.
Yeah. So Mike obviously has been with the club a long time. Your role this year, I think you're doing what you can for the A-team coaching wise, and you're also assisting with the first team. Is that correct?
Yeah. Just do what we can, help the lads out, and just crack on.
Enjoyed it, both of you? So
Yeah.
far this season?
Very much so, yeah.
Going well, good numbers, and stuff's going well at the moment.
Yeah. John, easy to work with?
I wouldn't say that. Yeah, no, he's a good lad, he's John. Yeah,
Excellent.
So he's keeping it good.
Yeah.
No,
Dixie?
yeah, he's great. It's John. Yeah, real good leadership. One of the sort of bounces well off the lads. Has been like sort of one of the lads, but also a bit of a coach as well. So yeah, he's got that good mix. So yeah, it's going really well at the moment.
I know he's keen because even though he maintains that steely exterior, if you saw the video clip of the weekend when he was dancing up and down the sideline at a try, he sort of broke his cover a little bit there.
Oh no, he gets involved.
Which was nice to see, you know.
Yeah, he wears his heart on his sleeve. Yeah, he was a bit emotional in the changing rooms before the game. He does definitely want success for the club. You can't take that away from him at all.
Excellent. And Dixie, it's good to see you playing again this year.
Yeah.
Are you starting to feel aches and pains yet?
To be fair, no, I'm not. In honestly, I've sort of thought I would do. I'm sort of 37 now, so I thought I would feel it a little bit more. But I try my best to look after myself, and obviously I'll go as long as before I come a bit of a burden. And if I start missing tackles and getting in people's road, I know that's obviously time to knock it on the head and finish. But up to now, I'm still enjoying it. I still like the crack with the lads and stuff. So I'll go on until I'm wanted.
Fantastic. I know Mike's had a couple of run-outs this season. Always nearly had to put his boots on. You did last year though, didn't you?
I had to once last season, but no, I think. Well, you never say never, but them days are gone. But
no, I definitely will, 100%. Yeah, he was chomping at the bit the other week.
I am definitely a burden to the team if I have to put my boots on. But
I used to say that. I played my last game at 45, and I definitely knew about that, and I was definitely in the way.
Yeah, you can. However much you think you can.
So this weekend coming up, big game for the club. Obviously, quality side we're playing against. A big ground, plenty of room to move. Predictions for the game, Dixie?
It'll be tough. They're a quality side, Millham. They're an NCL side, so they play at a very high, a very good level, and there's some really good kids among that side and some experience as well. So it'll be a real tough ask, but we'll go and give it our all. There's no doubt about that, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can come out of the other side with a result. But like I say, we're under no illusions. It's going to be a tough game and it's going to be a tough ask, so we're going to have to be on our game, and hopefully we will turn up on Saturday and do it. Fingers crossed.
And Mike, from a coaching perspective, what do you think we need to focus on to give us the edge, if any?
Like most games, to be honest, field position will be massively important against these, so it's cut out any mistakes, penalties. You just cannot give these teams like Millham any piggybacks down the field, or they will put points on us. So yeah, everything's got to be squeaky clean, and the lads, they've got to be at the best to compete. So, and like you say, it's a big pitch, so hopefully we'll be some good rugby on show.
Excellent. Thank you both for joining us. We'll see you on Saturday, and thank you very much indeed.
Cheers, Dave. Thank you.
Cheers.
I'm joined by Liam Saunders, the first team captain for this year. Evening, Liam, how are you?
Yeah, good mate, how are you?
Really good, thank you. Just wanted a couple of words about this season and how you've found it so far.
Oh, it's been good, we've gone really well. We've kind of built on what we did last year and kind of got a bit stronger with John, and obviously like Jack and that coming in, we're looking fairly good. Good.
I noticed you've had a head clash 2 or 3 times this season. I didn't recognise you on Saturday about a head bandage on.
That's standard that for me, mate. It's standard all the time.
And one thing we did want to ask you was, we know a couple of years ago at Hindley you had a nasty injury where you dislocated your kneecap. So we've just played there recently. We wondered, did you have any flashbacks, or were you a bit nervous going back to that
I'll be honest, it's the first time I've been properly nervous for a game in a long time. It was it wasn't so good kind of thinking back to what happened, but kind of glad it's all been and gone now, to be honest.
But once you got going, you were
once
fine.
I got going, but it's one of them games I was looking forward to getting out of the way, to be honest. It's not normally like me, that.
No, and it was tough down there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. They weren't a bad side, to be honest. So.
They were a good, well-organised side.
Yeah, we did turn up. Obviously, the prep getting down there, and that was a bit of a pain, but it's just one of them things.
Yeah, and predictions for the weekend against Millom?
Hopefully another good win, but it's never easy against Millom. They're always a good side, they always have been.
Absolutely.
So looking forward to it.
Any points we need to specifically focus on, or just show your intent first 10 minutes and let them know you're there?
Just try and keep pushing with D and that, and then not push the pass really, just complete and hopefully won't be too far away.
Good, right, we'll see you on Saturday. Thank you,
Yeah,
Liam.
cheers mate, thank you.
We're joined this evening at training on Tuesday night by Jack Stevenson, and we're just going to put a couple of questions to him. Evening Jack, how are you?
Yeah, good sir.
Good. You enjoyed the game at the weekend?
Yeah, it was a really good game.
Yeah, I think you've had a good season so far. You've stood up well, you've looked good. I wonder if you could just give us a bit of history. I know you used to play for Ulverston many years ago.
Yeah, I was at Ulverston probably like 9 years ago now, playing mini rugby, and it came to like under 10s like my last year, and we had to decide to, because they had no team left, so I had to decide to go somewhere. Yeah,
I think the mini rugby virtually folded, didn't it, for a bit?
Yeah, so they struggled for getting players and people to help out, and closest club for me was Dalton, so I decided to move.
Good. And obviously you've had some good years at Dalton as well, about 10 years was it there?
Yeah, roughly probably about 10 years, yeah. Won a lot of trophies and had some good coaches, been around some good players.
Yeah, good. And what sort of prompted the move then from Dalton to Ulverston? Was it your dad coming to be coach, or do you fancy a change, or a bit of both really?
Not really. I always had it a bit in my head, towards last season, that I kind of needed to make a change. I was just going a bit stale in my game and wasn't performing, and I'd been there for quite a long time, and just thought the move would probably, hopefully, help me play and help me move on in my career. Yeah,
well, from what we've seen so far, you've played some good games, you've looked good, you've looked fit. Have you found pre-season easy, hard, or were you fairly fit anyway?
It's been quite tough. Obviously I've done my own stuff outside of training and bits and bobs, but it's been really tough this year, been put through our paces.
Yeah, I know John wanted to focus on fitness this year, so obviously you've been beasted a bit, have you, the first few weeks?
Yeah, it's pretty brutal, it's non-stop, and it's kind of just put you through it. It's made you just grit your teeth kind of thing.
Exactly, yeah, and that's when you're in game situations where you've got to grit your teeth, you've got that reserve to draw on, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Good. And between me, you and the people watching, how do you find playing for your dad? How do you find him as a coach?
It's a lot better now because obviously he's not watching me all the time, so he's got a team to look after.
Yeah.
It was worse when obviously he wasn't coaching because he was just watching me all the time, so it was constantly on at me. But it's good, I'm enjoying it.
Good. And are the rumours true that if you don't perform, you don't get a Chinese that night?
Possibly.
Possibly. Excellent. And predictions for this weekend? You've got Millom at Craven Park in the Barton Townley, I believe.
Yeah, be a tough game. They're probably a big set of lads. They're quite they're brought up tough there, and they'll be a good, tough game probably. Good.
And what do you think we need to focus on in our game to give us that advantage?
Just play hard and play like we did this Saturday, and I'm pretty sure we'll get the win.
Excellent. Jack, thank you very much for joining us.
Cheers, thanks.
I'm joined now by Connor Saunders. Connor, evening, how are you?
Hi mate, you alright?
Yeah, good, thank you. We just wanted to ask you really how you feel the season's gone so far.
I think the season's gone really well to start with. I think we've done really well away and at home. I think last week we could have done a lot better. It was just the travel there, we got held back by the crash, what made our preparation for the game a bit bad for us, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it showed you were still really on the bus.
Turn up at 2 o'clock was just not right for us. We had 20 minutes to warm up, and you can't prepare in a game for 20 minutes, get ready and get out there. We just couldn't get up for it, and they were a big physical side on a hard pitch and a small pitch, and they wrecked us.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. I was there for the game, and I agree with everything you just said, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, your performance this season, your kicking was a bit off early on, but it seems to have really come to now. Have you worked on that?
Yeah, kicking the start of the season. I've had a big pre-season this year, and yeah, my kicking wasn't the best. I haven't been working on it that much, but the last 3 or 4 weeks I thought I'd have to work on it, do it after training, before training. Like Saturday, it could have been gone down at the vital moment, my kicking, and luckily I came on top on Saturday and kicked what we needed to and put us ahead sometimes.
Good work, good work. So, big game coming up on Saturday at Craven Park. Obviously, you played there a couple of times before because you had some run-outs with the Raiders early on pre-season. You enjoy that?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the experience. Been down there, been doing pre-season. I'm still down there now. Hopefully I get a chance maybe one time and really enjoying it, and I think it's brought me on as a player massively and bring it down to with the lads, and it's good.
And what do you think we need to focus on Saturday to give us that edge?
I think Saturday's going to be a really, really hard game. It's probably going to be our toughest fixture of the year. Millham, the big physical boys, they're always there, they'll come at us all the time. They play in a good division, but I think Saturday what we need to do is just complete our sets, go hard, and then just play in our shape, just stick to our sets, and hopefully we come out on top.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time, Connor. Pleasure speaking to you.
Cheers, Steve. Thank you.
Brad Williamson, thank you for joining us this glorious Tuesday evening.
No worries, no worries.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Good. Bit of a tough session tonight, so I'm blowing a bit sweaty today. Yeah, I'm good.
So obviously we've not seen a lot of you this season. I know it's been a tough season for you personally. Rumours are you had a bit of a bad lockdown.
Yeah, lockdown wasn't good for me. The first lockdown I got quite good shape, and the second lockdown come and it just killed me. Winter months, bit of COVID as well, just laziness, born idleness really, bad eating habits, and I didn't get out enough and put the weight on, and it's costing me now at the start of the season.
At least you realise it though, you know what there is to work for, and I know you've been back down training now fairly regular, so you just got to build that fitness, I assume.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we had a few family issues as well, I haven't been able to attend training, but trying to get back a routine now, but I'm struggling a little bit.
So the past couple of weeks, you've broken the first team.
Yeah.
You enjoyed that? It's been good.
Yeah. John didn't pick me startingly, rightly so as well. I wasn't fit enough, and I got my shot the other week away at Hindley. I felt it went well as well, and then tested positive last week for COVID, which killed me a bit. So I wasn't allowed to play Saturday due to the regulations, the rules. Hopefully getting picked this Saturday. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, obviously we don't know anything about team selection as yet. That'll be made on Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
So, do you feel your fitness that you have struggled a little bit so far?
Yeah, but I'm feeling definitely the benefits now. My eating habits are getting a lot better. It makes a difference when you train. If you eat clean in the day, training becomes a lot easier. So yeah, I think I'm getting a bit fitter.
Excellent. And then this weekend's game, obviously a massive game for the club. Good side, Millham. You know you're going to get a good game and a tough game out of them. How do you think we're going to go?
Yeah, Millham would be a good side, different rugby to what we played. They're NCL, so it's fast, clean, no messing about in the ruck. But we should adapt well. Coming off last week, both A team and the first team did really well at the weekend, and I think we'll give them a good go. But we know what they've got to offer as well.
Excellent. Well, we hope to see you Saturday, Brad. I'll let you get back to your training, put it in, and hopefully push towards selection again.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. I'm joined by Evan Foster and Dave Beck. Evening, gents. How are you both?
I'm good, sir. Nice night for rugby.
Dave?
I'm good, bit sore from Saturday, but I'm good.
Yeah, well, that comes with the territory, unfortunately. Wait till you get a few years on you, then you know what sore is. So, you boys have come through from the junior side of things, you're under 18s. You came into the 18 first of all. How did you find 18 rugby first of all compared to your 18s? A bit slower and a bit more aggressive, or?
Bit slower, more aggression, but other than that, not much different. A few less players to worry about, but that wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Physicality is a lot different, I think, compared to your 18s. A lot bigger men, so it's going to be a bit more.
18 is a lot quicker though, isn't it, than 18?
Yeah.
And then due to your performances in 18, you both were selected first team, and you've played first team now for most of the season. So have you enjoyed that transition again up to first time? Is it different again?
Yeah, so it's a lot more physical than 18, a lot quicker, more technical, but not too bad. Soon get used to it.
Enjoying it, yeah?
Yeah, I'd say it's a big step up from 18. I think it's a lot more quicker even than 18, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot more physical as well. Yeah.
So obviously you've been playing in the pack, and you're running it effectively. People bigger than yourself.
I've been thrown in the deep end, like, yeah.
For a year or two, but I think you've done really well.
Cheers,
you haven't looked out of place, and Evan, you're out there lonely on the wing.
Gets a bit boring sometimes.
So Dave's doing all the work, and then you're taking all the glory.
Yeah, well, it is what it is at the end of the day.
It is what it is.
How many tries is it? Is it 2?
3, 4.
There you go.
Hey, it's getting more each time, isn't it? So this season, first team, we've done fairly well. We've had a good start. We had a nasty loss down at Hindley.
Yeah.
You both played that game?
I didn't. I was injured.
You were injured for that one.
Dave didn't play.
I played 20 minutes and then...
20 minutes, so was it? You had the shit.
Yeah, well...
You had an upset stomach then?
Yeah, upset stomach.
Good. Right, so this weekend, really big derby game against Millom. Yep. Obviously you both played Millom in the juniors. Looking forward to it?
Yeah.
I've got a good few players our age, and obviously 2 in the NCL, aren't they? So it's going to be a big, tough game.
Yeah.
I reckon if we played like we did against Dalton, I reckon we could win.
Good.
Just depends how we turn up on the day, really.
Bit of self-belief. Well, we'll see you on Saturday, and we'll have a cracking game.
Yeah, cheers.
Thanks, boys.
Cheers.